about the lack of battles recently, but I've been at my parents' house for the break, so here's one I recorded while I was there, but I wasn't able to edit it until now. This is against Toddy from Marriland forums, and he said he was going to record the other half of this, so I don't exactly know where it is, but Starmie has to switch out of Gengar because they're usually scarfed when they lead off, so I go to Hippowdon and he takes the Shadow Ball easily. And I set up Sandstorm so that thing is just going to take some damage every turn while I sit there and wall it or something. I really don't remember this battle at all, so it's kind of hard to narrate. He withdraws Gengar and goes to Celebi. I heal off some health with Slack Off because I expected him to stay in and try that again, or Hypnosis me or something. So I can't stay in against Celebi. So I switch to Skarmory. He predicts that and uses Thunder Wave, but it's a Skarmory, so I really don't care that much if he gets paralyzed. So, yeah. He switches to Jirachi, and I'm paralyzed, but I was just going to like Brave Bird or something anyways, so it wouldn't have done anything. And now I know he's got both Celebi and Jirachi, which those two things together are really annoying for just about anyone to kill. So I switch out to Tyranitar, who takes the Thunderbolt easily, and I'm not going to use Dragon Dance because I'm expecting him to switch out to some sort of wall. He sends in Gyarados, and I use Crunch, and I get the critical hit on him, which is nice, but as you'll see next turn, it didn't really change the battle at all because I'm faster than that thing anyways, and he's weak to rocks, so I could have finished him off anyways, whether I got that or not. So I kill Gyarados, and he probably is going... No, he goes to Infernape, which I haven't seen yet. And I know like a close combat or something is coming, so I'm going to switch out to Starmie, who takes it easily. And he takes Life Orb damage and Sandstorm damage, and Infernape really doesn't do well against this team. So I'm predicting Celebi here. So I remember I go with an Ice Beam, but he switches out to another guy I haven't seen yet, Snorlax. So Ice Beam does like 2 HP damage to him or something. So I can't leave Starmie in, obviously. So I switch out to someone. Who is it? I switch out to Hippo, that's right. And he withdraws and switches out to Gengar. I'm at full health. I know I can take whatever he hits me with, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to set up some Stealth Rocks and then stall him for a bit. Tries it again, I think. Yes, he tries Hidden Power again. It doesn't kill me. I slack off. This Hippowdon can sit there and fight Gengars all day. I kind of intended it to do that. So, he thinks about it, I guess. And he switches out to Celebi, who gets hit by Stealth Rocks, and then I slack off. At this point, I just want to find out what moves it has. So I don't really care if Hippo dies right here. He doesn't, but he misses the Ice Fang, so it's probably just as good as dying. But I find out that that thing has Grass Knot, which means Tyranitar can't take it on very well. So I switch out to Skarmory to take the Grass Knot. And I know he's going to probably switch to Jirachi because that's all I've seen on his team that can really take a hit from Skarmory. He does, and I Brave Bird. Now I've already seen Thunderbolt from that thing, and I really don't want to risk switching Tyranitar in because he's got like Serene Grace, and that's like a 20% chance of paralyzing me. And a paralyzed Tyranitar is pretty useless, so I switch into this new guy, and he uses Thunderbolt, which does nothing to me. And right now, I think is the key play of the game. I know he's not going to leave Jirachi and let it die because I haven't killed anything of his yet, so I picked Ice Beam. and he switches in Celebi just as I expected, and that thing's gonna get killed. If not this turn, he barely survives, but I've got Ice Shard and he can't switch out because if he does, Stealth Rock is going to kill it anyways, so he lets it die. And getting that thing out of the way was a huge help for me because Celebis are just fucking annoying. So he goes to Infernate, who Mamoswine can't beat. I expect, I guess I just send Hippodon in to die, which it does. But now I can get Starmie back in, who is faster than that thing. And I should have a kill on it now. Instead, he switches out to Jirachi. I don't know why he didn't send Snorlax in here, but I use Surf, and it's barely not enough to finish him off next turn. So I'm going to have to switch out again. And Mamoswine comes in again and takes a Thunderbolt. And I don't think he'll switch out this time. So, and the only thing he has that would resist Earthquake anyways is Gengar, so I'm just going to Earthquake and kill it. And now his two annoying walls are gone, finally. Infernate comes back again. I expect a Flamethrower, so I go to Skarmory, expecting the close combat, which he does. And I get some more Life Orb damage on him because Ice Shard can't quite kill him yet. At this point, I go to Starmie, expecting the Flamethrower, but instead he decides to use Fire Blast, which is just powerful enough to finish me off. If he had had Flamethrower, I would have survived, but the Life Orb and the Sandstorm wears him down, and now that thing's not a threat at all. So I'm just going to finish it off like that. And then he brings in Gengar. At this point, I think the battle is pretty much over. He's got Focus Blast, but that's why I hate Focus Blast, because it always misses. So I'm going to get in a couple Calm Minds right here, because I know he's still got Snorlax left, and I want to be able to do a good enough amount of damage to that thing. I don't just want to sit there and Calm Mind while it like curses or anything. So I go for another Calm Mind. Now I've got two. That should be enough to kill Snorlax. So I'm just going to Psychic the Gengar, and it's going to die, hopefully. Unless it's uber hacked, which it's not, so it dies. And I get the crit too, not like that mattered. And all he's got left is Snorlax. So, I use Psychic. Another one will kill it. It uses Crunch, which if it had used Earthquake, I might have died, but it didn't have it. It can't recover because of Sandstorm, and I use Psychic. Another useless critical hit, and it dies.